And everyone's like, Twitter's shutting down next week. Don't you want the guy who everyone said that about, and then Twitter was fine afterwards?
But Steve, how can you trust any billionaire? You know he's in it for himself.
The only person I trust more to find every dime of all this
Beyonce.
than Elon, is my ex-wife.
We're going to talk about DOGE.
Which Doge?
Which DOGE you want to talk about?
I don't care.
All right, let's go.
Kane wants to talk about Doja Cat. Department of Government Efficiency or the coin? Or the Dogers?
Isn't that kind of what everyone's talking about, though? It's kind of both.
Oh, shit.
What will they be
Because
saying?
Dogecoin and the Department of Government Efficiency.
Well, because of Elon.
I'm fucking excited about that.
Let's talk about it. Yes, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy have been appointed to lead the Department of Government Efficiency.
You know what's funny?
Like a gay guy.
A lot of people go.
Not even Indian.
A lot of people go like, what makes you think billionaires would actually, do stuff that's going to benefit the American public? And I'm like, I think entrepreneurs and business people this is the auditing group that you need for bureaucrats. Because a lot of people don't even think about this, right? When they go, oh, we should tax more, we need, governments to keep business people accountable, all that. But they don't think, what about the counter to that? There is government corruption, there is bureaucracy, there's super inefficiencies. A lot of the times people that are business folks, they're good at buying a company, looking at how there was so much waste, wiping out this, cleaning up the company, and then getting it ready to relaunch again.
You have to know where to look and what you're looking at.
Yeah, and government's pretty bad when it comes to how much they like to spend. They keep growing, they don't know how to budget. So I don't know any government agency that goes, you know what, we have a $500 million surplus, maybe we should save that for next year. And no, they don't. They fucking burn through it, and you look at when you see their audits, and sometimes they don't even release their audits. You're like, what the fuck? You spent $2 million on chairs?
Yeah, because they have that fear of loss. If you don't spend the money, you don't get the budget the following year.
Yeah, you're right, because there are some departments that have, it's called a use it or lose it budgets. Yeah. A lot of schools are like this. So a lot of schools that have that kind of budgeting style, let's say you have perfectly fine desks, perfectly fine everything, computers, whatever. But if you have a use it or lose it budget, they're like, okay, what do we need to fucking spend on? Okay, there's a scratch on this desk. Okay, let's get a whole new one. And then they'll just keep burning through the money because they won't get it next year. The government will look at them and go, oh, you have extra money left over? That means next year you don't need that much.
Yep.
And people don't know this shit, right? So if they don't know it, they don't really care about. It's such a niche thing.
And to the little man, that makes total sense. You know what I mean? If you're a school, you're for sure gonna do that. If it's a use or lose budget, we're gonna use the fuck out of it.
But in the grand scheme of things, in the grand scheme of things, think about it, right? They go, oh, how come the state is in debt or whatever? They keep fucking spending and spending and spending, and then it grows every year. So let's say you need $2 million this year, and then you use it all. Oh, and you go, I need $3 million next year, and then you go 3, and then 4, and then 5. Where's that money coming from? Taxes. And that's where people don't see the whole fucking loop of where's this coming from? They just see it being spent, and they're like, yeah, we need more. The teachers aren't getting paid enough, this and that. And I'm like, damn, dude, I wish there was a group that would keep that in check. So they don't spend like crazy.
Did you hear Elon saying how there's 450 federal agencies in the country?
That's crazy.
So he's technically that's a rate of 2 new agencies a year because America's only 200 years old.
Damn.
So he goes, do we need 450 federal agencies? That's not even counting local, state, it's just 450 federal. So we've been opening 2 agencies a year, and we don't ever go back and clean.
But then didn't you hear the libs own him? Because the libs said that, they're making a new agency for this. So got him.
And it takes 2 people to run it.
Oh, I saw that too. Yeah, Pocahontas said that.
That's so funny. And don't they have to make another agency to look over that one?
Of course, I'm sure.
He said on that tip though, he's like, I think we could do with only 99.
I agree.
69, dude. I'm surprised he didn't say 69.
He should have said
That would've been
69.
He's still
Yeah.
a troll.
Because before I'd be like, you know, I was like really interested in law enforcement, and I'm like, okay, cool, FBI, I understand that. That's like a federal law enforcement agency. And then you go DEA, and I'm like, wait, isn't that just FBI but on drugs? And then you go, wait, ATF, isn't that just FBI on alcohol and tobacco?
What? I saw somebody say, why do we have an ATF if all three of those things are legal? I was like, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, and then there's a DIA too. No one talks about DIA, which is also federal. And then there's like,
But what's DIA?
it's like another intelligence agency. And then you have Homeland Security, but then you also have Border Patrol. And then if you have Border Patrol, but you also have the Coast Guard. You know what I mean? It's like
Crazy.
they all kind of do all the same shit.
Border and the coast are different.
You know, originally,
And
like,
Homeland Security?
FBI wasn't like a policing
That is true,
agency. It was like an accounting agency, like forensic accounting or whatever. It was like they didn't even have their own guys with guns and shit.
Well, when I was a kid, the X-Files, they were looking at aliens and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
that's
cool.
that's kind of all over the
They're
place.
independent.
But we
aren't
weren't
they?
supposed to know about it.
And if they're accounting, we have IRS anyways.
And dude, remember that one with Channing Tatum? Was it Channing Tatum, the accountant with the gun?
No, that's Ben
Ben
Affleck.
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 So close, though.
Yeah, yeah.
So close.
They're both exactly the same.
It's just that he's like Ben Affleck, but his face is on muscle.
They were all Batman. Dude. They were all Batman.
name class, hell.
In my mind, I'm like, yeah, that was Channing Tatum. Yeah, that was him.
There's like so fucking much. I feel like you could do it with a
Channing
He
Tatum
also
was
said-
married to Elektra,
Yeah.
if you remember.
Exactly. He also mentioned that the way that the department is going to work is they're going to have everything be a public transcript, and everything's going to be transparent, and people can even nominate and vote on different things that they feel is inefficient or that they wish that we were still spending money on.
He also said they're gonna have a leaderboard, for
yeah.
waste.
Wow.
So like, which department wasted the most?
That's tight though.
Because
That's
now we're
fucking
uncovering,
sick.
like, yeah.
Check it out, guys. We got new merch. Look at this design.
Careful, boys. Sriracha tees, hoodies.
Look at this one. Fear everyone. And also, look at this. Fear everyone hats. They look so cool. They look so nice. They look so swag.
All available for Black Friday. So go to the link below and get yours now.
now.
Like how like X amount of tens of thousands of dollars is to fund a drag race in like fucking South America or something like that.
Yeah.
Or X amount of money was here for
HIV trans monkeys. They were researching.
yeah. Or like the effects of coronavirus on Russian women. Like there was a specific like federal agency and
The effects
funding that
of
went to
climate
that.
change on Uber drivers.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
saw that one.
So like there was actual budget that went to going in and doing a poll.
It's like $1 million.
for Uber drivers.
We gotta start one. Are you just like making these up?
No, I
No.
swear to God, like this is exactly
from the
what's
list.
being. It's from the list.
Can we read some?
This guy doesn't believe it.
I know. I love it.
It sounds like a bit.
He feels like he's improving. That's why.
You have to weave enough truth in the trolling,
He's weaving.
and then you own people's brains.
Damn, that's so
It's real
funny.
stuff though. Or like Vivek was talking about how like a way, he's not saying it's for sure gonna happen, but like a way to like downsize the, bureaucrats and all that stuff is to just randomly be like, if your social security number ends in an odd number, then like on day one, like you're fired.
Oh shit.
And then on day two, if your social security begins with like an even number, then you're fired. And the reason for that, as crazy as that sounds, the reason for that is because then there won't be any like misgivings on discrimination for like gender or like
It's just randomized.
Yeah.
I see.
it's just numerically random.
What I think is dope is I think they could save $1 trillion a year.
2 trillion.
2 trillion, which I think is dope.
shit.
And then I think Elon also said to make sure people aren't offset financially, they'll give them like 2-3 years pay.
I heard about that.
So that way,
Oh, wow.
you
That's
don't have
super
you don't have your job anymore, but you're covered for 2 years
Go
while
find
we,
another
while we
thing to
fix
do.
all
You,
this.
you don't have your useless job anymore. You're not helping anything.
Yeah.
Here's 2 years.
And
That's
it's 2
insane.
it's 2 years of severance because Trump had mentioned that they're supposed to get the government efficiency to whatever their goal is by
60%.
July 4th.
60%.
July 4th, 2026,
Yeah.
which is the
In
250 year
500 days.
anniversary.
wow.
So they that's like their goal, and they have to do it by then in order to hit their.
I wish there was a way for us to basically punish like the people in power that get everybody excited for like a rail or like a bridge or like these they want to do it, right? And then what the scam is, it's usually like they get in place, they hook up all of their friends with contracts like for building it, concrete, whatever. And then their friends charge maximum price, maybe even above market. Like they don't even get a deal on it, right? So then they build this thing, and then they don't finish it, and then they ask the public for more money, and then they go super over budget.
You're still mad about the train in Hawaii.
I am mad. I think all of Hawaii is
Obviously,
made
yeah.
of that. But you know, it happens in so many states. It does, but that's the scam.
In my HOA, there was a no bid contract given to like replace a bunch of grass for the community
Yeah.
area, and like why was a no bid contract given from the board to this person
Right.
for like millions of dollars?
Because if a company did that, right, you'd get fucking fired, and you'd run out of money. And so like, that just pisses me off. Because I'm like, all right, everyone, okay, when you get to a certain age and you start paying taxes, right, you start noticing these things, and you're like, these motherfuckers spent this money on what? And where did it go? They just stole it. They literally just stole it.
And they don't
then
make
they're
people
covering-
bid either anymore, right?
Nope.
They go, here, you're awarded this. You don't have to bid, and like let's actually let competition play into this
Nope.
to get the least amount of price.
Shouldn't we get the best qualified people for the best price?
Exactly.
Just like how when if this building was built, you don't give it to the person that'll charge you the most and work the slowest. It's the craziest shit. And then people don't think in those terms because most people are like, you're just going, you're just working, your taxes are being taken after, before you get your pay. So you don't really notice where it's going. And then the older you get, you're like, okay, now I know why people are so pissed about where their money's going and this road's not fixed. Like the services are bad, education's bad.
It might change if people had to pay their taxes after.
Because you can see the money getting taken out.
That makes way too much sense. That's never
Dude.
They'll be like, oh wait, what had happened this year? Nothing, and I'm paying half of my salary. What
For
the
real.
fuck?
And you know what's sick about that though? Like I feel like it makes so much sense for Elon to have like a vendetta towards the government in this department that he gets to lead, because one of the biggest talking points was how billions of dollars went into the whole like EV stations,
Yep.
and only like one EV station popped up.
Yep.
And then also the other one was for high-speed internet
Yep.
to like the rural areas.
They
in
got
America.
nothing.
And nobody's got anything. And the total was like over $50 billion of budgeting that went to these two things that Elon has solved
Yep.
through Tesla and through.
But no,
Starlink.
we're just riding Elon's dick right now. No, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't make sense. Like they shit on
right,
Elon,
you're
they
right.
go, "This guy is so stupid. He bought Twitter, and then he gutted the fucking workforce there, and everyone thought Twitter was shutting down next week, right? He like kicked out like 60% of people like day one, and everyone's like, Twitter's shutting down next week. Don't you want the guy who everyone said that about, and then Twitter was fine afterwards?
But Steve, how can you trust any billionaire? You know he's in it for himself.
The only person I trust more to find every fucking dime of all this shit
Beyonce.
than Elon, no, is my ex-wife. she knows how to find all that shit.
All my accounts.
What an American joke.
You know, this is the first time where
Steve
an entrepreneur
Dangerfield.
is actually in. This administration's full of entrepreneurs. This is really fucking exciting to me because all the presidents in the past have been either lawyers or military guys, and their brain doesn't operate in the way where they can pay back debt or be fiscally like intelligent.
He's
never had
putting
any
military
discipline.
people in the proper places, though. The new, what's that fool's name? Fuck. Who's the guy in charge of all the military? Not chief of staff.
Defense Department?
Defense, the Secretary of Defense. That guy's badass too.
Was it Gates?
No.
That's a
Gates is
different one.
Attorney General.
Oh,
That guy's badass, and then it's cool they put Tulsi.
Oh, Kevin Gates.
yeah.
Bob
Matt
Gates was
Gates.
one.
Dude, Sergeant Slaughter.
You haven't thought of him in a while.